It's good to see you both. Thank you for having me. This is very important to me, so I feel honored to be here with you both to be in solidarity, not just in word, but in practice. And so my name is Minda Harts. I go by she, her, hers, and I am an African-American woman, one of 3 kids, the oldest, and happy to be here.
Thank you, Minda. And with your book specifically, what prompted you? What brings you here today?
Yeah, there's a lot of inequality going on, and it's not just happening to Black lives, it's happening to anyone who feels like they're on the margins. And for me, I started my equity work by writing my first book, The Memo, What Women of Color Need to Know. And, I could have said what Black women need to know to get a seat at the table, or what, brown women need to know, but I wanted to be inclusive. I wanted to use language that would be more inclusive so that all those of my sisters, including those in the AAPI community, knew that they always had a seat at my table. And so if one of us aren't free, then none of us are free. And so it's important for me to use my voice in this way. And lastly, I've known about this anti-Asian type of hate because I have relatives who are also part of the AAPI community. And so this is really close to my heart as well.
What does active allyship look like for you, especially as an author? And now you're the CEO of your own company that coaches brown and beige women of all shades.
Active allyship is, so in my book, I talk about allyship being really washed down because some people give themselves a title of ally without actually having any receipts to show for it, not actually demonstrating what allyship looks like. And so for me, I shy away from calling myself an ally and show up in the spaces where I can demonstrate allyship. And so this is one way I am demonstrating allyship. But then also, earlier this year, when I started teaching my course at NYU, we also talked about the AAPI community and the assaults that have been happening. So it's important for me to bring every intersection that's causing anyone hate to the forefront. I talk about it on my social networks and also, behind the scenes. And so being an ally isn't just when someone calls you to be on the screen in a public way, but also behind the scenes. So I would encourage everybody, if you consider yourself an ally, ask yourself, when was the last time I demonstrated allyship? And if you're not demonstrating allyship to the AAPI community or any other community for that matter, then you might have to take a step back and see what you could do to make sure that you're really showing up for people when they need it.
Oh, that was so beautifully spoken. And thank you so much for your time. And we will connect soon, I'm sure, Minda.
All right. Sending you both love in the entire community. Thank you for having me.